What's up, guys and girls? Giovanni here. And today I'm reviewing the series premiere of Vampirina Teenage Witch. Now I'm watching the series for only 4 reasons. Number 1, it takes place in the Disney sitcom universe. And anything that takes place in the Disney sitcom universe, I will watch. Mostly. I'm not watching High School Musical, the musical, because as I said before,
I'm a hater till the day I die.
Number 2, vampires, and I like vampires, and I am a fan of the supernatural. Number 3, the guest stars that will appear: Michelle Harris, Jenna Davis, and Janice Brown. Speaking of Janice Brown, number 4, it's crossover with Janice Brown as Billy Russo, and the whole Wizards Beyond Waverly Place connections. Don't expect me to review this show until something big happens story-wise, when the special guest stars appear, or the season finale. Otherwise, I'm mostly just gonna watch the series in private. After all that, let's begin the review. Constantine.
Alright then. Alright, much the air was set. Let's raise some hell.
So first, I want to start off with the sets. And I do like the set designs. It doesn't feel like they're on a stage. There's the bedrooms, cafeteria, but the one I liked the most was the auditorium. It actually looked like it was in an actual auditorium. So it looks like this series got a bit of a budget for modern Disney Channel standards. But let's jump into the characters and the stories. First up, it's Vampirina, the main character, of course, and Vampirina, who I'll be calling V from now on, wants to move out of Transylvania. Now, at first, I thought this was in the wizard world, but nope, they are on Earth. The reason I thought this is V doesn't know what pizza is. If she's been living on Earth, how does she not know what pizza is? I would have preferred she's moving from the wizard world to Earth to go to school. Would have been a nice connection. Anyway, her parents, specifically her dad, is nervous about V going to a human school because there are vampires out there. But the wife reassures him that she needs to spread her wings. V's dad tells her that all vampire hunters wear rings that stand for Van Helsing or Vampire Hunter. Now let me know if that's a contradiction to the vampire lore in the Disney sitcom universe. We are then demonstrated to V's first power, mind control, but it doesn't work on her dad. She's not strong enough. Yet. After that, the intro plays. In the intro of the song, it works. Once V reaches the school, a new character is introduced, as she is V's roommate. Her name is Sophie. These two hit it off on becoming friends real quick. The chemistry between the actors is nice. These two become partners for the first year to watch Showcase, and V loves this as she gets a trophy and wants to become like her favorite pop star, Millie Eyelash, who's obviously a parody of Billie Eyelash. Sophie, however, is nervous, but V reminds her that
we're at a performing arts school. Yeah, but I'm behind the scenes.
V, though, ensures Sophie that she's gonna do well on the project. Throughout the episode, V and Sophie bond until one crucial moment happens. Sophie finds out V is a vampire, which scares her off. V has to go after her to explain everything. Later, she finds Sophie in their room packing. Sophie then says they thought they were friends. The fuck you mean?
Language!
Sorry, Captain. The heck you mean y'all thought y'all were friends? Y'all just became friends. She doesn't need to be revealing her secrets to you. Not yet anyway. If this was Not So Raven, Hannah Montana, or Wizards of Waverly Place, this whole secret identity would have at least lasted a season. What happened to secret identities? Heck, even when Booker wanted to tell Ivy and Neil his secret, that was at least a couple months into their friendship, and I even hated that. But this was all in the same day, and
I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
I get why they did it so fast, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Whew. Let me calm down. At the end of the episode, when it's time for the showcase, V has to do the performance alone, but it's Demi who has to convince Sophie to give her a chance. It's also Brittany who unintentionally makes her help V. She tells her to stick to producing since Sophie doesn't like being in the spotlight. V, with the help of Sophie and Elijah, end up winning the trophy, and V is one step closer to becoming like an idol, Millie Eyelash. At the very closing moments of the episode, you see that Elijah is in fact a vampire hunter, and the episode comes to a close. Now let's talk about the other characters. Dean Merriweather. Not much to say just yet on her, but I will say, when I was watching the episode, I was like, I know this woman from somewhere, and then I remembered, this is Kim Coles from My Wife and Kids. She was very funny in that episode she was in. Demi, he is the ghost because, well, he died. Will they reveal how he died along with why he decided not to move on to the afterlife but decided to stay in the Veil/Ghost realm? Who knows? He's also so close to V that she sees him as a little brother of the family. That's why V's parents sent him to the school to watch over her. He was looking for vampire hunters during the episode. His character would definitely be the comedic one. Elijah. This guy is a part of a vampire hunting family, but I don't think he would be one himself because his mother just told him to wear the necklace. 100%. The story will be Demi and V find out he's a vampire hunter, but Elijah doesn't want to be one. He doesn't want to kill V as they've grown as friends or as a couple. I mean, in this case, you could tell him and his parents, but specifically his mother, have a disagreement on things. They didn't want him going to the Wilson school. They want him to do traditional vocal performance, but he wants to do hip hop and dancing. I want to say, I like Elijah has his own little nickname for V. He calls her Weird. And lastly, Brittany. She might be my favorite character. I don't know why, but Jade West came to mind. Though I want to be clear, she does not have any of the qualities of Jade West. I will say, this entire show is basically Victorious, but with supernatural elements. The difference being Vampirina will also be having an overarching story, which is the vampire hunting storyline. Back to Brittany. She's basically the rich type, rude, and I'm better than you trope. Hopefully this character is not just that, but gets actual development. Brittany's family has been going to the performance art school and winning trophies for years. Brittany and Elijah know each other since I guess kindergarten, which means both of their parents know each other. In fact, it was Brittany's parents who convinced Elijah's parents to go to the Wilson school. In the middle of the episode, when V was looking for Sophie, Brittany overheard V say she had a secret. Brittany is gonna try to find out what that secret is, but she should not find out until hopefully next season. At the end of the episode, Brittany broke the trope because she actually gave V some praise after winning, but she said,
Don't get used to it!
the relationship between V and Brittany will go either two ways, enemies to friends or enemies to frenemies. Let's see which one will play out. Last thing before I get out of here, this is definitely the story of the series. At the beginning of the episode, V has a dream of becoming a famous pop star, but also revealing that she's a vampire. I can see that being a thing, but I think it would be cool if that played out in a future Harper storyline crossover, where maybe just around the same time or right after the Wizards and Supernatural world is exposed, despite the chaos, V reveals that she's a vampire. Some people love it and some don't. Or maybe there is no crossover, but I can, more so 50-50 can see the series doing time travel. If V were to reveal herself as a vampire, it should be like how it's presented in the episode. She's on stage, and when she thinks the crowd is going to boo and be scared of her, when she reveals everything, she actually gets cheered by everyone. Then whatever the next Disney Channel show taking place in the Disney sitcom universe is, it's brought up how vampires now exist in this world. But who knows how long the series will run for. I can only see it going for 3 seasons, like Alice in the Palace. And it makes me wonder if this is the show Michelle Harris was talking about when Disney wanted to take it in a different direction. It's possible. I do like the series is 16 episodes and not 10 like Wizards Beyond Waverly Place Season 2. I'm adding this in, but I just found out that the crossover episode for Wizards Beyond Waverly Place and Vampirina is gonna premiere Friday, October 24th on Disney Channel, but it will have an early Disney Plus release that is taking place on October 15th. Good thing I have D Plus because I ain't getting spoiled. Now, that's all I gotta say about that. My grade for the series premiere is a 7 out of 10. This series in general is not necessarily catered towards me, but it worked. But with that being said, get your fingers up and say it with me. I hope this show mentions Hannah Montana, since this show is about singing. Bye.